let's talk. Well, yeah, we'll talk about Indiana's schedule here in a second. Philip asked, "Does Tom Allen finish the season as coach?" Absolutely. Indiana would not fire anyone. Would not fire Tom Allen mid-season. And I'm not suggesting that's going to happen. Don't get me wrong here. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying that will definitely not happen mid-season. Derek pointing out that if their O-line isn't any better and can't protect the quarterback or have a run game, they will see the same results as last year. Well, yep, it goes without saying. But speaking, you've got the schedule there, John. Let's go through it.
For Indiana football?
Absolutely.
Week 1, obviously we've talked about this before. Ohio State at home on CBS. I think we actually looked up the early line for that game last week, and it was currently Ohio State 28, favored by 28 points. And really, if you're Indiana, for me, you just want to beat that spread. Obviously, you want to win the game. That's unless we get some sort of 2020 season type of miracle, that's probably not going to happen. But if you can look good in your opening matchup against a team that is probably going to be the favorite to win the conference, one of the favorites, then hats off to you.
All right, so let's go through it.
Yeah, next up, Indiana State. You got to get that one. Louisville in Indianapolis.
Let's slow down. I'm writing this down as we go.
Oh, sure. All right.
So then you got U of L. I don't see a path for Indiana winning that game. That's going to be a loss for me.
Oh, all right. Just without a question. All right. Week 4.
I mean, first of all, I have no idea who Indiana's quarterback is.
Well, that's fine. That's true and everything.
I don't know that they have a quarterback that is worthy of being a Big Ten starter right now.
And I guess that's true. We don't know that. I do think that when Taven gets enough reps, I mean, that's just me assuming Taven Jackson's going to be the starter. I think he's got a lot of talent that is just unproven, and we'll just have to see if that's the case. I choose to be an optimist there, but we'll never know.
I'm not trying to be a pessimist or an optimist. I'm trying to be a realist.
Oh, well, I mean, I'm not trying to be delusional by saying I'm an optimist.
No. I didn't mean that. I just wanted to explain my side. I don't look at it as. I just try to look at it as real as possible.
Like if Indiana trots out Brendan Sorsby in week 1, I'm not going to be excited about where things could be going. It needs to be somebody on scholarship. Anyway, week 4, Akron at home. Again, you need to chalk that one up as a W.
All right.
After that, you return to conference play on the road at Maryland. And when I mentioned the schedule earlier, that's another one that I said needed to be a win. So that could put you at 3.
I've got them as a loss.
And I'm not saying that they will win. I'm saying if you want 6, that needs to be a win. Anyways, next. After that, actually, Indiana has their bye week, if you want to mark that down. So after the Maryland game, they get their bye week.
What week is that?
Week 5.
Well, what's the date?
The October 7th, I believe.
Okay. Then what do we have?
Then they have at Michigan.
All right. That's a loss.
Then you come back home to face Rutgers.
Okay. That's a must win.
Yep, must win. Then you go back on the road to face Penn State.
That's a loss.
Come back home to take on Wisconsin.
I have no confidence. Put down. All right, go ahead in the next one.
Then back on the road at Illinois.
Okay.
Back home against Michigan State.
I'm going to think about that one for a minute. Give me the next one.
And then end the season on the road at Purdue.
Both those last 2 games, normally I would instantly said that at Purdue is going to be a loss, but they're in their first season under a new head coach. I don't know what they're really going to work
out for them.
All right, so there's
And Indiana's got Michigan State's number over the past 2 or 3 years. Not in the 2-10 season, but 2 of the last 3 years they've beaten Michigan State.
Yep, and Indiana has a chance to reach 6 wins.
If Indiana has 4 wins going into their final 2 games with Michigan State and Purdue, they have a chance. They got to have at least 4 before they get to the final 2 games.
Yeah, it's not as brutal as it looks. They're going to need to come up with an upset win on the road at Maryland.
Yep.
But they're not going to beat Ohio State. They have to beat Indiana State. I don't see them beating Louisville. See them beating Akron. Okay, I don't have them for a win right now at Maryland, but that's a game that they would have to win. Bye week. Let's see. No, that's at Maryland.
You can even, I think Illinois, you can't really chop that up as an automatic loss either. I mean, yes, they improved last year over the season.
I will, because I think Illinois is just going to continue to get better under Brett Bielema. It's on the road.
For me, the Illinois game is going to depend on how Illinois is doing during the season, because it wouldn't surprise me one bit if last year was any kind of fluke for them.
Of course, but that's why this is all prediction right now. This is based on conjecture and just I don't even know who like I said, I don't even know who the quarterback is going to be. So just kind of a little guesswork, just for conversation. For conversation.